Shalom. Oh yeah, you can take a picture. Shalom, shalom. We come in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. America is Babylon the Great in the scriptures, right? And America will be destroyed, right? According to the scriptures, right? According to the Holy Bible, right? So what? Let's get into it, right? And the true Israelites are the Negro, Latino, and Native American, right? According to the scriptures, right? This is Sirach 24 and 32. It says, I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning and will send forth her light afar off. Right? So this is the light of the world, this doctrine. I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy and leave it to all ages forever. Behold that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom. And the ones that need to seek this wisdom in this time are the elect of the nation of Israel, right? The 144,000, the 1/3, right? They're the ones that's going to seek this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. Everybody else, they were born in vain. You know, they was born for this destruction, right? This is 2nd Ezra 9. 2nd Ezra 9 and 22. It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. And the multitude the regular, the peons in this society, right? That don't turn back to this word. But this word, the scriptures, the Bible is only for the Negro, Latino, and Native American according to the seed of their father, right? That's who the Bible is for, right? And this wisdom, it really goes down to the men of Israel, right? It says, 2nd Ezra 9 and 22, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. And that's talking about the stock of the elect of the nation of Israel, right? Now let's get
I'm not in the code picture.
No, I mean, it's just, I travel and I like unique experiences like this, you know, like some shit like that, which kind of like
This is Matthew 10 and 34. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. And this is talking about the Son of the Most High, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That's not his name. The J wasn't created until what? We was already here in the Americas, right? His name, he had a Hebrew name because what? He was a Hebrew Israelite, right? It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. So what he's going to do, a mass slaughter of these people, right? Especially these Americans, right? Because America is Babylon the Great, right? The blood of the Israelites was flowing in this land, right? There was mass murders, the so-called Black Holocaust, which was the transatlantic slave trade, right? That's what these Edomites, these Caucasians, that's the blood. They got that blood on their hands, right? And that blood isn't going away until their blood is shed, as it says in the law. It says, verse 35, for I am come to send a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household. Because what? If they don't come back to this word, then they're excluded from us, right? We had to deny ourselves. We had to put our the words of the Most High before our own lust, right? And that's what we're doing. So, hey, if you don't get with this word, you're going to be destroyed. It says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Right? So the men, the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American men that isn't doing this work and following Yahawashi, Yahawashi, then what? They was born in vain. They're not going to get it. Right? And they're not going to receive salvation. right? And the salvation is being saved from the destruction of America, right? Which is coming very soon, right? This is Matthew 11, verse 16. It says, but whereunto shall I liken this generation? It's talking about the generation of the Israelites at that time, which they came back because reincarnation is biblical. It says, it is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you and ye have not lamented. Right? Because what? We come out here to push this word week in and week out. But who's actually turning back to this word? Right? We only need the elect to turn back to this word. Right? The elect of the nation of Israel. Everybody else, it doesn't matter what you do. Right? This is Isaiah 33 and 1. It says, woe, woe means destruction. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. Right? So what? The Edomites and all these other nations, the Hamites, the Africans, right? The Ishmaelites, the Arabs, right? The Moabites, the Chinese, the Ammonites, the Japanese, right? They spoiled the nation of Israel, the Negro, Latino, and Native American, right? Especially the Edomites, the Caucasians, right? It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, right? But that time is coming where you will be spoiled. It says, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee, right? The ones that because what? They put us in that hardcore bondage, right? And then what? Now we just gotta serve them in their kingdom. We have to pick up their heavy work. We gotta establish this kingdom, and they still are our glory. You know, they have they take stuff from us. You know, take our swag, take our drip in the same, right? And they use it to push their empire into the stratosphere. You know. It says, "O Lord, be gracious unto us," and that's talking about to the nation of Israel. It's not talking about to all these other nations, right? It says, "We have waited for thee. Be thou their army every morning. Our salvation also in the time of trouble." And that time of trouble is coming. Is Jacob's trouble, right? Are you a Native American? That's Seminole.
I'm an indigenous Aboriginal that they did genocide on us, and they sold us. We were
in here in America, right?
They sold us in Canada. They sold us
Especially.
in America. They sold us out of Newfoundland. We were the first slaves working 9 cents.
I hear that. Yeah, that's true.
Before the Africans brought us.
True.
Then
And what?
they took
It
and bred
turns
us.
out that
They still call me extinct.
if your seed comes down to actually being a Native American, right, through the seed of your father.
I got Ethiopian Jew in me.
Oh, but that doesn't matter. Those aren't the
I'm
real
proud of
Israelites.
it.
Those aren't the real Israelites.
It's Jewish.
Those aren't the real. That's
Listen. pertaining
to be a Jew, right?
No.
That's what Ish means, right?
Li-
I'm not trying to be rash with
listen,
you. I'm just trying to make sense
are
with you.
rabbis and they're in Israel.
Oh, they're gonna be destroyed. All of them are gonna be
No,
destroyed.
they're
They're all
not.
gonna die, right?
They tried to do it to us. They didn't do it.
You know who really did it? The Edomites, the Caucasians, right? That's who really did that. Hey, but what? That's the truth, right? They hated him that rebuketh in the gate, right? It says Isaiah 32 and 1, or Isaiah 33 and 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled. So destruction unto thee that spoilest, and was not spoiled. Right? Like they say in the word, you're going to reap what you sow. So you're going to reap what your nation did. And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee, right? And who's that gonna deal treacherously with you, right? The Israelites, right? We're gonna deal treacherously because the Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American, are gonna put all you other heathen nations in slavery, according to the scriptures, right? This is Revelation, and Revelation is to reveal, right? Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, and the saints are the Israelites. The saints are all different nations that worship so-called white Jesus. The saints are the Israelites. Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So these Edomites, these Caucasians, led the Negro, Latino, and Native American into captivity. Now they're going to go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And what they mass murdered the Native Americans, right? The Latinos and such, the Northern Kingdom, right? Now they're going to be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, right? We believe in this word, and this word says you're going to go into captivity. This word says you're going to be slaughtered, right? This is Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Right? So we know most of you people out here, you're going to die by the hands of the Lord. And who's the Lord? Yahawah, Yahawashi, the Heavenly Father and his Son. Right? And that's prophecy. That's saying before. It says, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination, and the mouth shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. Because what? You don't know the righteousness of the Most High. How you been in church for 50 years and you still don't know that you can't eat pork? How you in the church for 50 years and you don't know who the Israelites are? The Israelites are the Negro, Latino, and Native American, right? And they're going to be the next rulers over this whole planet, right? The rulers today are the Edomites, the Caucasians, right? And they're the wicked according to the Bible. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? So the power of the earth is given in the hand of the wicked. Who's the wicked? The Edomites, the Caucasians. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. The true judges are the Israelites. That's why what? They had to steal our nationality, right? Our whole heritage, right? That's them covering our faces. They had to change our savior into a Edomite, right? A Caucasian, right? During the Renaissance period. Because that, just having that is too much power, right? It says, if not, where and who is he? So if it's not the Edomites, if it's not the Caucasians, who is the devil? Who is the wicked according to the Bible? Right? And devil just means deceiver, right? This is Job 11:20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost, right? So their only hope is to die, right? To escape this persecution that's coming on this place America, which is Babylon the Great, right? Because there's going to be great tribulation, right? This is Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this word. And that land is talking about America. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. So through the power of these Edomites, they defiled the whole planet Earth, right? That's why you got coral reefs over through the whole Atlantic Ocean having cancer. Why is that? You got islands of trash, right? And they were exporting trash to China. China said no more, right? So what they gonna do with America's trash, right? It says the oceans are getting polluted, that a whole garbage truck getting dumped into the ocean every minute, right? It says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed